The following is a production of Learfield Sports.
Side to the 15, 20, down to the 30-yard line of midfield. Now the foot race is on. Look out! Nobody's going to catch him. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
Accelerating, Days going all the way to the end zone.
Go, take what you want. Are you ready to hit the fun? Everything you got, man. Everything you got. You got to focus. You got to play with heart.
Stays the block and throws a wobbling pass over the middle, and it's picked off.
How about that Wolfpack?
The Dave Doeren Show is presented by North Carolina's Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, proud to sponsor Wolfpack Athletics, and by Coke Zero, real Coke taste, 0 calories.
With 3 games left in the regular season, NC State is now bowl eligible. The Wolfpack picked up win number 6 on Saturday at Boston College. The final was 24-8. Needless to say, the head coach is happy about all that. He is Dave Doeren. I'm Tony Haynes. And Coach, going into this game, I think a lot of people said, you know, this might be a difficult game for State for a number of reasons. You're coming off an emotional game against Clemson. Boston College is down, but they're really stout on defense. Were you really impressed with your team's approach during the week and the performance in the football game?
Yeah, I mean, my hat's off to the kids and the coaches that got them ready. And you know, for us, it was about competition. Compete was our theme of the week, and competing in the process, the preparation, the way we practice, and how it translates to game day. And I thought the guys did a great job of that. Our defense, you know, was sick of hearing about how good their defense was, and I thought we outperformed them on that defensive side of the ball. We got some takeaways, and offensively, you know, it's tough against that defense, and we were able to get 100 more yards than people had been giving them, and I think 12 more points than people have been getting. So it was a good day.
Coming up, Coach Doeren is going to dive a little deeper into that victory over Boston College. The Wolfpack football program has a commitment to community service. We'll have a feature on that. Mark Thomas, he gets coached up this week by offensive coordinator Matt Canada. And, of course, we preview next week's game at Florida State. More of the Dave Doeren Show after this.
The cost of everything has gone up dramatically over the last 75 years. With one exception, keeping electricity affordable. That's the power of your co-op membership. Learn more at togetherwesave.com.
North Carolina's Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, looking out for you.
As a Ford employee, I get to give my friends a special deal on cars, trucks, and SUVs.
It's friends and neighbors pricing, and for a limited time, we're letting everyone in on this deal.
That doesn't happen every day.
And you can see the low price at Ford.com.
There it is.
And that's the low price you'll pay.
It's that easy.
You don't have to negotiate, it's hassle-free.
It's an inside deal.
Now for everyone.
Now get an escape using friends and neighbors pricing, offering a value of $3,754. It's an inside deal, now for everyone, only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Our farm is a family business. Most hog farms are family farms. I've been around the farm all my life. When I graduated from college, I just decided this was what I wanted to do.
She has come into the family business.
She'd rather be down here than anywhere else.
We take care of our land. Our land's what makes our living. Our hogs are well taken care of.
It works. We make it work.
She loves what she does, and she gives it 150%.
I'm Megan Spence, and I'm a North Carolina hog farmer.
You ready to go?
Yes, sir.
Frickin' fight, man. Fight, fight, fight. Fight with each other, 4 quarters, from the start to the finish. Nobody looks up. You keep swinging and swinging and swinging. Everybody hooked up. Everybody's linked in. Let's go get number 6. Get in here tight. Let's go. Family on 2, 1, 2.
And NC State did just that, picked up win number 6 with a victory over Boston College on Saturday. 24-8 was the final, and welcome back to the Dave Doeren Show. As we said up top, Boston College, a great defense, number 1 in the country coming in, total defense, rushing defense, tackles for loss, so you had to throw in some wrinkles there. We saw some bootlegs, some option, some throws down the field in the football game. How important was it to force that defense to really defend all quadrants of the field?
Well, they don't play a lot of guys, and so we felt like if we could change up what we're doing, you know, not just sit in there and try to play in space with them, even though we felt like we could. We had to get them guessing kind of what we were going to do and have plays off of plays and get their eyes in the wrong places. And we had a bunch of good nakeds. We had good misdirections. We got some one-on-one matchups that we felt like we could take advantage of, and a couple times we did. We dropped a couple of those balls too. It could have made it even better. I
think back to the bye week, Coach, you and I sat here and you said, you know, we've got to get more explosive plays on offense. Since then, the 3 games since, it's been a bevy of big plays for the NC State offense. What's been the big difference there?
Well, you know, I think Coach Canada has done a good job getting some protection schemes that have allowed Jacoby to set and throw down the field. And our run game has set up some of that. Some of it's coming off a run, and some of it's just keeping more guys in where we can get the ball down the field to Maurice and Naheem.
In the absence of injured tailback Matt Days, it was really tailback by committee in this game.
Yeah.
You know, we saw Samuels back there, DeQuay Nichols, Reggie Gillaspie, and even Naheem Hines able to move back to his old spot for a few snaps. Did he really embrace the opportunity to play tailback again?
Well, I think that's what he looks at himself as, and you know, he's playing receiver to help the team, and he's helped us quite a bit, you know, as of late. And I know he's mad at himself for one drop, but we got to get the guy the ball, you know. And him and Samuels are just really good with the ball in their hands. So, you know, having them in and out of the backfield, I think, is good for our kids. It's good for our production, and I know both of them enjoy it.
Another exciting freshman, obviously, is Reggie Gillaspie. He has a big-time career in front of him. He's waiting in line now, but he had a big run in the third quarter yesterday, 35-yard touchdown run on 3rd and 1. Now, 3rd and 1 against Boston College, up inside, is not always easy.
Right.
Who are the guys up front who opened that hole and made it happen?
You know, it was run behind the right side, you know, so you had Tony Adams, Tyler Jones, and Quentin Schooley, but they misfit it too, so there was an open gap, and they had 2 guys in the B gap, and he was able to hit it in the front side A.
I know you're excited about this. 4 takeaways in the football game, 3 interceptions. Talk a little bit about the correlation between the consistent pressure you were able to get up front and maybe how it impacted those interceptions.
Well, for sure the pressure was there. I mean, 7 times we had a sack, a couple times we flushed him and he threw it away, and 13 TFLs, so all that correlates. But we also had good coverage, you know. I mean, all those plays, Justin Burris was on top of his guy and he tried to throw it away and made a nice interception. Josh Jones read his keys and ended up double teaming a post route with Dravius and making a great play, and then Akeem on the backside just working the middle of the field on a play action pass. So, you know, it all ties together, and the coverage has to give the D-line a chance, and the D-line has to take advantage of their one-on-one matchups.
November is the month in college football. Everybody's lining up now trying to get in bowl games and win championships. You want your seniors at their best. So you look at this game yesterday, Mike Rose, 4.5 tackles for loss, 2 sacks. Burris, Jones with the interceptions. Jacoby did his thing. You know, Joe Tooney has been a rock at left tackle all season long. How often do you talk to those guys about this being their time?
Every week. Every week, you know, I challenge them, and we talk every Sunday about where we're at in the season. Today I'll talk to them about this is their last road game, you know, so there's a series of lasts that you have as a senior, and you have to embrace them, but you have to make sure that your production matches how important it is to you in your life, and those guys are doing that.
The seniors played well, and the entire football team played well. NC State gets win number 6, knocking off Boston College 24-8.
Hey, listen, I'm so proud of you guys and our coaches in this room. You came up here and did something that hadn't been done. The last 5 teams couldn't do that. Went down to Wake. Last 6 teams couldn't do that. Y'all did it. My hat's off to you. Go on a run here to finish this season. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you guys, man. Great job.
I'm very proud of linebackers, DBs coming out here. You know, it took all 11, and they did a great job. It's great to have postseason opportunity, another game to play. It's good for the coaches so they get them like a spring practice type of deal. I'm just happy that the seniors, you know, including myself, get another game to play. It's building blocks in the program, man. We just want to keep taking steps and keep building. And I think this program's got a big future ahead. We were coming for the ball. I mean, that's what we wanted. We wanted the ball. I mean, you know, we got the ball. You know, we had a couple takeaways. And I guess we just took more of a situation to make it happen, I guess. We put it on the defensive track.
Heavy left formation. Here's Fadul handing it off to Alston on a fly sweep. He's going to be brought down for a big loss by Mike Rose. John Fadul in a 2-back pistol, fakes the handoff, rolls left. He's under siege. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 14-yard line by Mike Rose.
All right, this is a Mike strong safety blitz. So you can see here our middle linebacker Fernandez and our strong safety Jones coming to the field through the A and B gaps. Our defensive end is containing it to the field. We're playing man-to-man coverage. We actually bust the coverage here. You can see their tight end open, and our will linebacker should have been on him. That's Arias. But thankfully, you don't have to cover the guys that are open if you can get home free like this. And good blitz timing, good call by Coach Huxtable, and Josh Jones took advantage of the call and got the quarterback down to the ground. Good contain. Here you can see our defensive tackle to the boundary. That's Big E and Darius Bryant. They're containing the quarterback so he couldn't get away.
Coming into the weekend, NC State freshman A.J. Cole was averaging 42.4 yards per punt. Did you know the school record in that category is still held by former Wolfpack All-American Johnny Evans? The veteran analyst on the Wolfpack Sports Network averaged 46.1 yards per punt back in 1975.
What are people going to think of our new buttermilk crispy chicken? Let's find out.
It's probably the best sandwich I've ever had.
It's super crispy, but it's also really juicy.
So would you guys come back?
Yeah.
Here's our card. It's McDonald's.
Oh, get out of here.
Try some buttermilk crispy chicken. It's right around the corner at McDonald's.
You know, I still can't believe McDonald's is serving breakfast all day.
It doesn't get any better than this.
Uh-oh, dead air. Go to commercial.
It's time for the new all-day breakfast menu at McDonald's.
At 36, Jo was concerned about having her first child. A specialist saw something on an ultrasound and recommended a difficult choice. Jo came to Rex for a second opinion. She was evaluated and reassured at the UNC Specialty Women's Center at Rex. Not long after, Levi was born.
It's a brand new day.
It's our favorite kind of story.
Sun is shining.
One with a happy beginning. Rex Healthcare.
The best part about being a member of a Touchstone Energy Cooperative is that it's your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Learn more about the power of your co-op membership at togetherwesave.com.
North Carolina's Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, looking out for you.
The Dave Doeren Show continues. Welcome back with the head coach of the Pack. I'm Tony Haynes. Coach, you've often said it. It is a privilege to wear the NC State uniform. With that privilege comes responsibility. The responsibility to be the best football player you can be, the responsibility to do well academically. Then there's the community service component. How much do you stress that?
Well, Pete Rowley heads that up in our department, and Pete takes a lot of pride in it. You know, we won an award as a team last year out of all the student athletes on campus. Our team had more hours than any other sport. So that's important to us, to be a group of guys that competes on and off the field, and for me, I just think, we're asking a lot out of people, our fans, our students. We want to show that we're going to give back, not just with our play, but how we live, and those two guys did a great job this week.
Recently, Jacoby, Brissett, and Matt Days visited the WakeMed Children's Hospital. It was exciting for the players, but what a thrill for those youngsters. Take a look.
What all did you do today?
Me and Matt and Mr. and Mrs. Wolf came out to the Children's Hospital to see some of the kids and, try to brighten their days. It's great, to come out and put smiles on some of these kids' faces and, to understand that, even though you're probably having a bad day, somebody's probably having a worse day than you, and to be able to come out here and just, make them feel more at peace and happy about how they are, and that, somebody's still pulling for them. Makes you appreciate the people who cheer for you and who are going to bat for you every weekend.
How does it make you feel?
This week I'm being coached up by offense coordinator and the quarterback coach here at NC State, Matt Canada. And Coach, I got to imagine when you're getting guys like Jacoby, Brissett ready to play, when you're getting, Jalen McClendon, having the right type of quarterback, how important is that for you?
Well, I think whatever offense you run, you got to have the right guy that fits your system. And obviously we've evolved to that around here where we feel pretty good about the guys we have who can do what we want them to do. All we want them to do is score points. We've got to score more points in the team we play. And every game is different, but we've got some guys right now that we feel good about. Jacoby certainly had a good year so far.
Everybody talks about, the big throws, middle of the field. There's a lot of throws that need to be made. But more importantly, red zone throws. How different is that for your quarterback?
The whole point is everything gets constricted. The defense does not have any fear of you running by them because you can only run so far. So the windows get smaller. Everything gets smaller. So a ball that you might be able to throw in a window, however big you want to say, that window gets smaller. And the defense can play much more aggressive in the red zone again because they're not concerned about you running a 40-yard go route. So that's the biggest thing that changes, and that's why it gets you see teams move the ball down the field and they get in the red zone and it gets harder, and that's why.
Team's been doing great here over the last couple of years. Get me coached up down here in the red zone. You ready?
Sounds good.
Let's do it.
So when you start getting in the red zone, we're on the 10-yard line. Again, so that allows you 20 yards of space that they have to defend. So the game has changed. Everything's got to be tighter. So as you get down here, the first thing we're going to talk to you about is everything's got to be done with speed. Everything's got to be done quickly. You have less time to make a decision.
Okay.
So as your receiver gets open, sometimes you're going to have to throw the football before obviously that's always the case, but even more so in the red zone. That's why you're going to see balls that are going to go out of the back of the end zone or be caught. Okay. You never want to turn the football over, but down here we can kick a field goal. We can score points. Points are what wins. So you've got to be smart with the football and get it out of your hand quickly when we get down here. So we're going to throw a corner route right here. We've got our receiver over there in the corner. So you're right here. You're going to take the snap. We'll go ahead and put you under center because it could be running, could be throwing.
Okay.
You'll take a quick 3-step drop, and you're going to drop the ball right on top of him over there. Give it some air because he's going to have to run to it. That ball right there, what that would do is two things. One, it would get you so you wouldn't play anymore. And two, it would certainly, all the fans you're talking about would then have a great opportunity to criticize what a horrible throw and call it was. So we're going to try that one again.
Okay.
The key is we got to throw it where either our guy gets it or nobody gets it.
Okay.
Your first attempt there, their guy scored,
all right,
and you're standing here watching. So
all right,
let's try to be a little bit better.
Set. Hey.
There you go. That's good. He drug his feet right there. It was a great catch. Obviously, the receiver made you look good, but you threw the ball where only he could catch it, and that is the key. That is the key. If you do this, everybody has a job. His job is to get to the back line of the end zone. Your job is to keep that safety over there away. So you're going to look him off and then come back, and you're counting on your receiver winning. If he didn't win, you got to throw that ball away, because if you don't, we're going to get sacked and get ourselves out of field goal range. You got one more shot here.
Give me another shot.
All right, that's not a bad ball. It was behind him, which obviously most people wouldn't approve of that, but at least you get the point. But
yeah,
the whole point in the red zone is to throw the ball quickly and on time, because the longer you hold it, they're not concerned. They're all going to be closer.
Yeah.
And you got to throw it where only your guy can catch it so we can kick field goals and always score points.
All right, fantastic. Let me get
you want one more?
I want one more.
Hey, Rolly, why don't you be our receiver here, Rolly? We get a little bit taller guy in there. Maybe he can hit you on this one. Here we go.
Rolly, baby. I want to end on a completion.
Right, here we go.
All right, here we go. Sit. He.
There we go. Touchdown. We win.
What are people going to think of our new buttermilk crispy chicken? Let's find out.
It's probably the best sandwich I've ever had. It's super crispy, but it's also really juicy.
So would you guys come back? Yep. Yeah. Here's our card. It's McDonald's.
Oh, get out of here.
Try some buttermilk crispy chicken. It's right around the corner at McDonald's.
You know, I still can't believe McDonald's is serving breakfast all day.
It doesn't get any better than this.
Uh-oh, dead air. Go to commercial.
It's time for the new all-day breakfast menu at McDonald's.
As a Ford employee, I get to give my friends a special deal on cars, trucks, and SUVs.
It's friends and neighbors pricing, and for a limited time, we're letting everyone in on this deal.
That doesn't happen every day.
And you can see the low price at Ford.com.
There it is.
And that's the low price you'll pay.
It's that easy. You don't have to negotiate. It's hassle-free. It's an inside deal.
Now for everyone.
Now get an escape using friends and neighbors pricing, offering a value of $3,754. It's an inside deal, now for everyone, only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
We could show you impressive images of the technology we employ with dramatic success at Rex Cancer Center, or footage of our team of cancer specialists and the many examples why people choose Rex for excellence in healthcare. But the images that inspire us most are ones like this.
It's a brand new day. The sun is shining.
Rex UNC Cancer Care, chosen for excellence.
NC State goes on the road once again next Saturday, and this time the Wolfpack will be headed to Tallahassee for a meeting with the Florida State Seminoles. During the week, Coach Dave Doeren will preview that contest against FSU on his weekly radio show. It airs on the Wolfpack Sports Network Wednesday nights from 7 to 8 p.m., and it originates from the Backyard Bistro in Raleigh. Also this week, it's the season debut of the Mark Gottfried radio show, which also can be heard on the Wolfpack Sports Network. And this season, that show will originate live from Jimmy V's Osteria in downtown Raleigh. It all begins at 7 o'clock.
The Week 11 Scouting Report, the 10th game of the season, going down to Tallahassee, take on the Florida State Seminoles. Now, this Scouting Report will be different. because it's important for you to get in the mindset of what these players are going to have to experience out here on the field. When you think about Florida State, you got the gold helmets. You're at Tallahassee. You know, Osceola comes riding out on the back of Renegades, throws the spear in the ground, tomahawk chop. But just know this, the players out here, these are not superheroes. They don't fly around on a Tuesday saving children. You can match up with them. So let's look at this defense, okay? We've got a 4-down front, and we'll get to the buck here in a minute, with a 3 linebacker, 4-3 with a shell. Now, the will backer sometimes will come out. They'll put in the nickel backer that they like to call the star when you're going with 3 wide receivers. The buck, here's a guy that likes they like to blitz him, bring him off the back end, but he will drop into coverage off of a blitz. I'll get to that in a minute as well. Defensive end, Marcus Walker, big physical defensive end, showed a lot of improvement. They weren't really sure about him, but this year he's played really well. Leads his team in tackles for loss with sacks. Strong safety, the blitzes come off of him. LaMarcus Brutus, know where number 42 is, the strong safety, because what will end up happening is they'll bring the strong safety into the box, allow the end to go outside, strong safety to come into the what would be the C gap, and then the Sam come backside. Very popular blitz for them. That's when they're going to come heavy on the front side. They like the blitz, but more importantly, they like to trust these down guys, buck, the nose, the tackle, and the end to make plays. Now on the offensive side of the ball. Hey, this is where they're a lot different under Jimbo Fisher than we've seen the last couple of years. All 5 offensive linemen, they're new from a year ago. Sophomore, junior, sophomore, freshman. Tight end, he's a freshman. We're going to focus in on Dalvin Cook. Now, he was injured, had a pulled hamstring, had a boot on his foot at practice the other day. He's going to be playing, and you're talking about a guy that leads the ACC in rushing. He's already over 1,000 yards. Dalvin Cook, number 4. You've got to focus on him. He's their playmaker. These guys, they're beatable. They're beatable. They're not superheroes. They're real players.
All right, Mark, it will be a 12:30 kickoff next week in Tallahassee. Florida State falling to Clemson on Saturday. The Seminoles 7-2 overall and 5-2 in the ACC. Another road game for the Wolfpack. State now 4-1 on the road this year. Coach, that's the most road wins for NC State since 2002. What are the characteristics of a good road team, and is your team starting to develop those traits?
The answer is yes. I mean, we're obviously playing well on the road, and characteristics, a team that just doesn't allow the environment to control them. We talk about being the thermostat in the room, the one that sets the temperature, not the thermometer. We want to walk in there and change the temperature, and that's the kind of team we want to be, not to let our surroundings dictate our play, but to be the guys that dictate what's going to happen and set the tone. It's a great opportunity to go to Tallahassee, and excited that it's a 12:30 kick, and excited it's our last road game, too.
The centerpiece for Florida State this year is tailback Dalvin Cook. What a season, 194 yards against Clemson, 1,231 yards on the season. He's about to surpass Warwick Dunn as the school's all-time leading rusher. Now, Coach, every team going against Florida State, they say, we got to stop Dalvin Cook, but nobody's done it. Does that make his season even more impressive?
Yeah, it does, and he's been hurt, too. I mean, he's been in and out of games with a hamstring. He missed the game completely. I think he got most of his yards in the first quarter, from what I understand, against Clemson. So everyone knows who you got to stop. It's about getting it done and leveraging and tackling the guy. He's a really, really good player.
Well, next week it's Florida State, NC State, 12:30 in Tallahassee, and 1 week from now, same time, same station for the Dave Doeren Show. See you then.
Side to the 15, 20, down to the 30-yard line of midfield. Now the foot race is on. Look out. Nobody's going to catch him. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
Accelerating, Days going all the way to the end zone.
Go, take what you want. Are you ready to hit the fun? Everything you got, man. Everything you got. You got to focus. You got to play with heart.
Stays the block and throws the wobbling pass over the middle, and it's picked off.
How about that, Wolfpack?
The Dave Doeren Show has been presented by North Carolina's Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, proud to sponsor Wolfpack Athletics, and by Coke Zero, real Coke taste, 0 calories.